This is the PlayFootball.com podcast, and I'm Jeff Fisher of High School Football America. It's Rewind Wednesday as we go back to my interview a few years ago with offensive lineman Jerry Sisemore, a member of the College Football Hall of Fame who played his entire NFL career with the Philadelphia Eagles. Sisemore, who was the third overall pick in the 1973 NFL Draft, told me that football wasn't his first goal in life. To set the scene to our conversation, Sisemore is a seventh grader who was in the school's band room in West Texas.
Seventh grade football coach at Coronado Junior High, Plainview, Texas, was walking by the band hall, and I was over in the corner hiding behind my trombone. I did not want to do that. I knew it was going to be tough, and I wanted to play the trombone. I love music. And he came by and looked in there, and he goes, no, you're coming with me. And so I went for my music career.
When you were that seventh grader hiding there and wanting to play the trombone, were you a big boy at that point, or were you?
I was fat. I was 5'2" and 153 pounds in the fifth grade. And then when I showed up my freshman year for football, I was 6'4" and weighed 190.
Wow. And
then I managed to bulk up to 210. And I love basketball and shot put, track. So I grew up in a neighborhood that was real close to where Lawrence McCutcheon grew up. And he's a year older than I was. We played in different high schools. But we always went to the park, and I just get kung fu. I would just be, it's kind of like, this is not that much fun. My brothers and everybody was picking on me and beating me up. I was 5'2" and fat. And so, life was good back then. It was sweet.
Yeah, and now did your brothers play the game as well?
No, the older brother was in the band. He was first chair flute, Plainview High School marching band, which was, wow. They were number one in the state, I think. But he played the flute and was a goose hunter, outdoor kind of guy. He did not play football. Ran a little track, and that was it. My two younger brothers played through high school. And the one that's number 3, the one that's just younger than I am, not the baby, but he broke his ankle his sophomore year. He's as big as I am, and probably better looking. They wanted him to be as good as I was. I don't know what that means.
What was it like to be a football player in Plainview back in those days?
When it was, it was nervous. We, being in Plainview, we had a lot of kids that grew up together, and then we were classified with all of the Lubbock schools and all of the Amarillo schools. Mm-hmm. And then we throw in Pampa and Borger, and we were just kind of like the redheaded stepchild, and they would just punk slap us all over the place until Lawrence McCutcheon showed up in my junior year, his senior year. Then things started going the other way.
When did it dawn on you? I mean, obviously you were always big. Like you said, you may have been too heavy back in the day. But when did it dawn on you that the game actually was coming to you where you might actually be pretty darn good at this thing called football?
Well, I didn't know. It was one of those things that, you just, my dad and my family were real hard working, and show me. Do not tell me about it, son. Show me. And I just kind of, I'm not going to let these guys act like they're punks. And, I was 210, and I could run a 4.8 40. I guess I could bench press pretty good. I was pretty strong, but I was blessed with what they called back then was oxygen debt transfer. And you could recover quicker, and so you could burn hotter longer. And I would just push the pedal to the metal and hope I recovered by halftime. And, you know, when it's over, you go until you can't go. And then people started saying, hey, where are you going to college? You know, and that type of thing is kind of like, whoa, I didn't think about that. And so it just all kind of evolved together. But the fear of failure, that was the number one motivator for all of us.
Fear of failure is a great motivator. And that's my Rewind Wednesday interview with NFL legend Jerry Sisemore, who went from wanting to be a musician to spending more than a decade in the National Football League. Coaches, don't forget to check out playfootball.com for some great resources to help you improve in the coaching profession. I'm Jeff Fisher of High School Football America, and you've been listening to the playfootball.com podcast.